Can't hear it. For some reason, still can hear you. I don't know why. Mic's on.
All right, here we go. Picking up the back.
Okay.
Picks up. Distillers on a chain.
Oh, it's locked. Yeah. No, they want me to rotate. So look up on the shelf. So they want me to rotate. We already know about it. We don't know why. Makes sense because they can hear me louder.
Goes behind, but he does gather it. Side of the net. On the attempt there. Haskins with the couldn't connect. Still in it as it gets hit. Royals just lock it out in the neutral zone, picked up right there. Puts Lane on target. He's right. Now it's going to be turned over and played. Up by the Royals. Right in front of the Distillers though. Still working on it here. Jeremy gets it in. Elvis Wanger. She took a hit there. Position, but he got back in time and got reset.
They have to tell what I will, so I can hear me. I don't know why they can hear you.
Oh, I heard you good.
Oh, you did hear it?
All right, ready for the face-off in the attacking zone for the Distillers. From his guy, that's Leonard. And they're still hanging on to it, get some pressure. And the Royals picking it behind the blue line. Back to the backside. It's kept in the zone for a second. Gets up out of the reach of our behind, the Royals on clear.
Said there's no sound either. So it's not even working. I don't know why. You have sound? I don't have any now.
I mean, you gotta be this close.
Yeah, it would be.
All right, here we are in the action. It is picked up. Branson with the puck here. With a look. It's broken up. Branson picks it up to Neely. Still working with it here. Branson's getting tied up with the stick here. Power play still in motion here with 1:40 left for the Distillers. They're controlling the zone. Oh, and a whip. And it's going to be picked up by the Royals. And they just dump it down ice. Picked up Rutherford. Rutherford feeds it up to Neely. Neely with it now. Neely on the carry. And it clinks the pipes of the net. Goes up with the safety netting. We'll see a face-off still with man advantage for the Distillers. It looks like they will go stick side on view. Alright. Can't go widescreen, sorry. On the face-off. Picked up by the Royals, trying to get it out. And they end up hitting the bench. We'll try this one again. Face-off is going to be picked up by Summit City. Trying to hands it in with a shot, but it's blocked. Goes up with the safety netting. They will try this again. On the attempt there from Devin Perry. Face-off picked up by the Royals. Try to get rid of it, and they do, man. Warren with it, gets it down ice. Picked up Rutherford with the pickup here behind the net. Now with it. With the pass, Bear picks it up. Bear picks up. Feeds up front. On the stick lift. It's going to be picked up now. On the attempt there. Goes down the ice. Played by Rutherford. Richie with it here. Richie trying to get through. Bumped off the leg. Picked up by the Royals, and they clear it down ice again. In the glove and out, but it's going to be playable. Bear with it here behind goal line. 24 seconds on the power play for the Distillers. Carry it up ice on the drop over to Hess. Hess with it here. Hess goes across. With a look, up front, block. Picked up by Winter, gets rid of it. Neely with it now. Couple seconds remaining here, and out the box. The Royals down the ice on the carry. Dieters alone, defense back. Stays with, tries to get the pass. Broken up front, Rutherford on the save. Trying to stuff it, trying to get a hold of it. Can't get a hold of the battle behind the net. The battle's strong. Now Hess carrying the puck. Trying to get the pass over. Royals keep it in the zone. And the drop here, Hess picks up. Neely couldn't get a hold of it. Going to be put on target by Xander Wright. Got to reach a Diener. He's got to pick it up. Gets it in the corner. And feeding, trying to get them going. Second effort, no doing. Picked up in the slot. All of them, they're trying to get it. And almost popped in there by Wanger. Wanger ends up coming back to the zone to pick it up. Gets a connection there. Now Branson with the puck. Branson looking. Getting pressure from Wanger. Wiener ties up his opponent. And the puck sauced up ice, and it's connected. Was in and out of the stick, coming up long. Trying to get through, but it's broken off the glass, but it's in the neutral zone. Picked up Clark trying to get a hold of it. Now it's going to be thrown. Rancid getting it, caught it at his feet, but he recovered. Got the pass across. All right, so here we go. Comes back, Rutherford tips it up, and still slides through. Markey working in the corner, trying to, just in front of the corner. Rancid didn't pick up here, now he's retreating. Long pass goes way behind and an easy pickup for the Royals. Didn't get it connected there to Kucharski. Richie with it here gets tied up. The puck's loose. It's fed back by Kucharski. Selkel behind the goal line now. Thrown back to Hess. Hess picks up. Tries to connect to Lomo. There'll be no ice as it goes into the corner. Lomo going after it. Lomo feeds across. Bear with a shot, but it's broken up. On the snare by Nolan Vanderborn. 4:11 left in the first period, 1-1. Face off in the attacking zone for the Distillers. Eric Winter versus BJ Lomo on the puck drop. Going to be stick side on you. On the drop. And they toss out Lomo. Cody Hess comes to the spot, feeds it. It's going to be picked up and played. Down the ice it goes. Winter chasing after, but it's going to be picked up by Jensen Baird. Winter blows up tire. Pass across on the reach. Got to come back and get it. Bringing it up. It is tied up just outside the zone. Winter throws it back. And it's a battle back and forth with defense of the Royals. Now on the pass there, goes off the shin pads of Lomo, so now they're going to retreat to get is Landon Hoskins working it. Get it out of harm's way, but it is picked up and played now by Riker. Lemieux feeds it around. Ruggia working on it in the corner as he goes up with Perry. Puck's loose, picked up Winter. Broken up Lomo on the keeper. He gets possession, can't keep it in the zone. Bear picked up from Riker trying to feed to Perry, but it's turned over. Now the puck will go back into Summit City zone. Feed it out, get it through the feet of Winter. That's working on it here. He battles strong with Ian Campbell. That's with him. And it is fed into the zone by Winter. Rancic on the pickup here. Here he goes. Loses the puck. It's going to be turned over. Vanderborn with it here. Vanderborn tied up off the play. Loses the puck, but it's going to be kept in with a shot, but it goes wide. Trying to feed the slot, and it's going to be now picked up there off ice by Alex Arnold. Arnold with it here. Arnold going to hang on to it with a shot to save out. The puck comes loose, and it's cleared. Good attempt there put on by Thomas Neely, and the net is off, or it's checking the goalie out. Shot there, so hopefully he's going to be all right. He's checking the equipment out. Approaching the 2-minute warning. 2:05 here remaining in the first period. 1-1. Finally, the puck's dropped. Going to be picked up by Distillers. Throw it back into the corner. Taking a look. With the carry trying to get a shot going there, but it couldn't get it receiving all. Now it goes into the neutral zone. It's picked up and played by Witt. Witt on the connection there. Got it to Wallen, but it's turned over now and played by the Royals. Oh, tried to get a stretch pass, but got an icing. Tried to get a connection there. Noah trying to feed the stick of Jay Ritchie and could not connect. So icing against the Royals. Face off in there. Defensive zone with a minute 37 left. Lomo versus Brendan Richards going to be picked up, now played. Perry with it, trying to feed across. Pass picks it up, throws it back. What a shot! It's a bouncer. It's a pad save. Cleared, but they feed point again. On the tip, another look, and this time off the shin pads as J.D. Woods trying to feed it in. Coming off the ice, trying to hands it in. And he scores. On the takeaway, Nolan Vanderborn. He blocked the puck, took off, won the race, carried it all the way down. And the Royals up 1-2. It was an even strength goal. Minute 15 remaining here. Face off center ice. Lomo versus Winter. On the puck drop, Distillers pick up. Diener feeds it across the Bear. Bear looking. Tries to get it to Lomo. Goes in and out. Royals turnover. And now another attempt. Bear's going to leg it out. He does. Winter picks up. It's tied up in the corner. Trying to feed it across. Does manage to connect. Puck's thrown behind. Winter picks up. Under the 1 minute mark on a backhand attempt there, and it's stopped by Rutherford. Finally stopped. 48.5 seconds. Face off, sticks out of Rutherford. Face off. Distillers will pick it up. Diener with it here. Diener on the board. Gets it turned over. Picked up, played by Hoskins. The battle. They'll pick up. Winter with it looks to go across, and he does. Broken up by Bear. Balls with it here. With the patience. Now it's picked up and played. Here come the Distillers up. Neely on the luck. Takes a shot. It's sitting there for the taking. Can't get it in. Picked up by the Royals. And the net's off. So, penalty here. Coming up. None. Chris was talking about it. Stoppage was the net dislodged, but there was a no call, so. All right. News glove side on the face-off in the Royals defensive zone. And the puck's dropped, picked up by Ridgetown, but turned back over with a look and a shot off the pad. Second up and rings the pipe, still working it. And the net is off again with 1.4 seconds left here in the first. Josh Fergia is in the box, so essentially be a carryover into the second period for the power play because it's pretty much ceremonial unless you can get one on a wicked shot, and they cannot do it. That would do it for the period. Winner versus Lomo. Picked up Ritchie. Ritchie with it here. Connects to Winner. Winner setting up. Right in the slot with a look. Vanderborn trying to get it going here. Down he goes. Puck's loose in the corner. It's going to come back to Ritchie. Ritchie feeds it across. With the look. Shot. In and out it goes. Picking up the rebounds. Ferrugia. He has the puck here. Drops back to Ritchie. Ritchie feeds across. Winner. Back to Ritchie. Brendan Ritchie feeding. Ferrugia with the puck here. Over to Ritchie. Ritchie drops a Winner. Winner coming up over to Ritchie. Trying to feed the back door, and it's going to be covered by Rutherford. He searched for it in the paint, but he has it underneath. And a stop. Minute 14. Man advantage yet to go here to play for the Royals. They face off on Rutherford's glove side. Winner versus Arnold on the puck drop. And off the face-off. Could not keep it in the zone. Was Brendan Ritchie. But the Royals with it here. Vanderborn with it here. Vanderborn with a look. Broken up off the stick there. Of Aiden Witt. Vanderborn drops it back around. Winner picks up. Ferrugia's taking a look. Taking a shot. And is sticked out into the corner. It's going to be picked up and played by Ritchie. Drops it back over to Winner. Winner with it now. On the carry here, Jay Ritchie. Now over to Brendan Ritchie. Picking up the Winner. Trying to pick it up in the feet and get a shot going, but it's going to be picked up on the short-handed attempt. Coming up the ice. Taking a look. Feeding it across. Bransick with a shot. Comes in and out of the glove of Lemieux. Now it's picked up. Winner with it here. Bear looking to see where to go. Broke up and trying to carry it in. No doing, and they finally pick it up. And it might be Vanderborn. He might have a hat trick here. So a power play goal. Leading the way, though, is Winner. We'll wait to hear who got the score there for the Royals. They are back up by a goal, 3-2. So 2 power play goals for each team so far. The even strength is what's leading on the scoreboard for the Ridgetown Royals. All right, here we go off the face-off. It's going to be picked up by Hess. Over to Lomo. Lomo going up, Neely looking. Taking a shot, around it goes. Bear trying to pick it up, and he does. Dumps it into the corner, picked up Wallem. Wallem throws it back. Lomo trying to go up and feed it in there. And it's going to be Bear. It's going to pick it up into the neutral zone. And it goes off the backhand. He goes back, Diener back with him. Wenger putting the pressure on. On the feed, goes in and out of the stick of Wallem, picked up Winner. Tries to get rid of it. Lomo gives it up to Bear. Bear with it, goes across to Diener. Can Lomo get there? And he can't. And it's going to be batted in by Campbell. Picked up Bear. Now brought up with a look, shot, and it comes out. Winner picks up the rebound and he scores. So the Royals pick up just after they picked up the power play goal. At 4 minutes and 32 seconds of the second period, it is 4-2 Ridgetown. Face off center ice. Winner versus Arnold on the puck drop. And it goes back, and it's going to be played by Hoskins. Feeds it across, and it's going to be dumped up, played, pushed out. Arnold with the puck here. Arnold getting some pressure. The puck's going to be turned over, but right back. And it's back to Arnold. Arnold feeds the back door, but it's going to be poked out. Picked up Winner. Winner with it here. With the pass across in the slot, picked up. Ferrugia with it here. Taking a look, trying to get it going. Rutherford searches. He's got it in the pads, and he hangs on. Ritchie wins the face-off back. The shot is going to be picked up. Snagged out of the air by Parker Rutherford on the attempt there by Nolan Vanderborn. And we'll try this again. Brendan Ritchie feeds it, goes across, and now it's going to be right with a look, and it's going to be poked out, picked up Brancic. Brancic with it here. Brancic on the carry. Gets it broken up and trying to get a hold of it. Does momentarily. It was Kucharski. Comes back, picked up Vanderborn. Vanderborn up the ice. Leaves it back to Ritchie. Brendan Ritchie with it here. Vanderborn trying to pick up. Now it's going to be picked up, played by Hess. Hess with it here. Hess hangs on. Hess dumps it in. Penalty coming up against the Royals as they connect on the puck there. On the slash here possibly, and it is a slash against the Royals. It should be Vanderborn, I believe, in the box as he put a slash on Hess as he right about center ice. And let's see if the Distillers can capitalize again. Face-off, glove side of Lemieux. Lomo versus Winter in the circle here. On the drop, it goes back. Distillers in control. Brancic picks up. Brancic with a look, tries to feed. Just rolls off the stick of Lemieux. Tied it in the corner. Now picked up Distillers with it. Going across Arnold, try to get going here. Winter's going to pick up and try a shorthander. Rutherford plays it. Brancic instead picks up. Here comes Brancic. Brancic going up the ice. Still with it here. Loses the puck, picked up Winter, gets it back. Behind the net he goes. May feed up to Hess so they change spots. He's going to hang on to it. On the pass over to Arnold. Arnold with it here is getting some pressure. Up to Brancic. Brancic with it here. Brancic feeds and it's poked out of harm's way, but it's going to be picked up Neely. Neely throws it back around. It's picked up Lomo. Lomo with a look. Feeds over to Arnold. It's broken up. Picked up Hess with a shot. It was off the boards. Recovered by Lomo. Lomo over to Brancic. Brancic on the left D. Hits a skate. Off the skate of Ferruggia. It's going to be dumped back into the Summit City zone. Hess will pick it up. 49 seconds on the man advantage for the Distillers. Here comes Cody Hess with the puck. Coming up with some speed. Off the play. Tied it. It's going to be recovered by the Distillers. Bear feeds back. Comes back with a look. And it goes wide on a block there by Brendan Ritchie on the attempt there put in by Simonella. With the look here. Comes back. Bear coming in with a shot. Goes wide. Goes around. Simonella are going to pick up. Or Bauer picks up. Bauer working against Ritchie. Stays in the zone. And it's going to be played now. Neely searching for it. Goes back around. 5 seconds left on the power play for the Distillers. Puck's going to be put in the opposite corner. And it's going to be played down ice. Vanderborn comes out. And it is played there by Reichert, now brought up. Bear with it here. Jensen Bear going into the corner. Picks it up, takes the hit, still has the puck. Taking a look, trying to feed it around. Gets caught in a skate, still has it for a moment. Up the point, kept Reichert. Reichert trying to hang on to it, but now it's Vanderborn with it now, and it's 2-on-none. Here they come up. Taking a look, all the way in, no doing. Good stop by Parker Rutherford. Now trying to get it out and going. Royals with it here. Put it down into the Distiller zone. Up the ice on the pass here, and an icing coming up against the Distillers. J.D. Woods tried to make a connection there, but could not, and now we see face-off back into the Distiller zone, and they elect to go stick side of Parker Rutherford with 11:29 remaining in the second period. 4-2, favor of the Royals. On the face-off, Spencer Clark wins it for the Royals. Trying to work it, get it away from Jeremy Vanderborn. Picked up Distillers, get it out. Now on the carry, bringing it up. Perry trying to come in with it here, gets it taken away by Noah. Sean Noah trying to get it, but it's going to be now picked up and played. Distillers on the keep. Goes off the shin pad and loose, and the puck ends up Royals. But it gets back, and now it's going to be Kucharski picks up, puts it on target, played off the pads of Lemieux. Now it's going to be played. It's kept in by Woods, but it's going to be Jeremy Vandenborn, I believe. Now bringing it up with a shot, goes off the shin pad. On the attempt there was Carson Sawkill. Picked up into the neutral. Woods feeds it in to the Royal zone. He goes on a change. And the puck is picked up. Zerman got a piece of it back to Brancic. Brancic looking for the pass to Lomo. Going to be picked up by the Royals. Winter trying to spoil the effort there. Ehrman trying to pick up. Royals get into the neutral zone. Lomo disposes of his guy. Winter will pick it up. Now coming all the way up. Virgil with a look, taking a shot. Goes off the pipes. Might have hit the pad of Rutherford up into the pipes there, but it clears out. Now it's going to be picked up. Lomo touches up to Brancic. Brancic on the carry here. Tries to feed up front to Hess. Hess does pick up the puck. But now it's the Royals penalty coming. Looks like Noah and Perry going at it here. The officials have it broke up as they're down on the ice. So we'll see a face-off here. Down in the Royal zone. Just past the halfway mark. So offsetting penalties here at 10 minutes and 22 seconds of the second period. So they're sorting it out at the scoring bench here. Defensive zone. We will remain 5-on-5 here. Lomo wins it back. Reichert feeds over to Bear. Bear with it here. Bear trying to push it into the zone. Picks up by Hess. Feeds Neely. Neely with it going across, but it's going to be spoiled. And on a clear here, picked up Bear. Bear trying to work it here against Ritchie. The puck's going to come over to Neely. Neely connects over to Hess. Hess going to work for it in the corner, but it comes out. Lemieux, he goes and plays it. Pushes it around soft. Neely on the turnover here, trying to feed it to Hess. Still working it. Hess will battle here. Neely gets it, tries to get it back to Hess. Ritchie on the spoil, Brendan Ritchie. Cycling through the defense, Hoskins picks up, feeds it down the boards, and he connects over to Vandenborn. Vandenborn feeds it across with an attempt all the way in. Couldn't get it going. The puck's loose. Vandenborn picks it up on the attempt there put on by Jay Ritchie. Now the puck's going to be turned over by Ian Campbell. Picked up Lomo. Lomo across, feeds over to Woods, over to Neely. Neely passes the puck, gets it pushed in by Brett Bauer. Woods pushes it up. Arnold feeds it across to Neely. Neely going up. Neely with a windup off the glass high. And it comes out into the neutral zone, and it's gathered up and played by Sawkel. Kicked in to the zone by Bauer. Turned over, and it is a race here. And an offsides, and it'll go center ice. As the puck was picked up by Jay Ritchie. As he jumped the gun on the pickup there by the Royals. Face off center ice with 8:03 left here in the second period. Winner versus Arnold, center ice face-off. It's going to be picked up. Weisgerber feeds it back. And it is picked up by Winner. Winner on the carry here. Goes up front, pad save. Arnold picks up the rebound up front. Gets it over to Brancic. Brancic with it here, working with it. It's pushed out, but it's going to be picked up and played by Bauer. Drop pass. Try to connect to Arnold. Royals pick it up back into the zone. And trying to stretch it out. Xander Wright gets rid of it. Turned over to the Distillers, but it goes back to the Royals. Right with it here. Brancic will pick it up. Try to get it out on the pass. Gets turned over. The Royals set up here with the look. Weisgerber feeding it back, and with a shot, and he scores. Goes through the legs, through the fiver, Parker Rutherford. And it was put in by Josh Ferroggia. So at 12:42 of the second period, the Royals find their fifth goal against the Distillers. Kucharski versus Clark on the puck drop. Picked up Hoskins, feeds it across. Diener pushes it back, and now it's going to be picked up and played now by Campbell. Campbell getting some pressure here. Puck's going to be turned over by Ehrman. Justin Ehrman with the puck here. With the carry. Tries to feed up front. Connects to Bear. Bear with it here. Bear feeds, but he goes behind to Kucharski. Royals still working on it here. In the battle here now. Hornsby working it. And then it was Ehrman trying to feed. And the puck coming back will be an icing against the Royals. Clark versus Lomo on the face-off glove side of Lemieux. Puck's dropped. It's going to be kept in by Diener. Diener trying to work it. Does stay in. Hess on the reach trying to keep it. And now it's going to be Bear goes after it. And a change going for the Royals. Bear trying to get advantage. Coming in. Drops it back to Wallem. Wallem with it here. Wallem with a shot. And it's going to be covered by Lemieux. Face-off will be his stick side. On the face-off, it's going to be picked up by Wallem. Wallem connects over to Lomo. Lomo up to Woods. Woods goes across over to Sawkel. Sawkel with a shot. It's tipped up on the glass. Royals pick up, try to dump it out. And it's going to be picked up. Brendan Ritchie with it here. Takes a shot. Hits a shin pad. J.D. Woods going after it. Woods trying to feed up to Wallem. Wallem gets hit by Vandenborn. Here goes Wallem with Hess. Off, goes over the stick of Lemieux, off the boards. Anyone's puck here, and it's still loose. But it's going to be picked up by the Distillers. Lomo feeding it across over to Brancic. Brancic on the pickup here. Misses the puck. Shot by Neely. Blockered up into the glass. Picked up Brancic with a shot. Got the shot slowed down a little bit, but managed to get on target. Penalty coming up against the Royals. Rutherford on the long stretch all the way. He's on the bench. Extra man on. And an offsides as Branson had picked up the puck and started him out of charge. Nonetheless, power play coming for the Distillers. As we see Nolan Vandenborn in the penalty box. Let's see if the Distillers, who picked up 2 power play goals here, see if they can get their third. Face-off won by the Distillers. Brancic with the puck, trying to feed it. It's a pad save on Lemieux. Lomo going into the corner, gets rid of his guy. And the puck goes out of play, so face-off remains in the defensive zone of Ridgetown. On the face-off, it's going to be picked up by the Distillers. Into the corner it goes. On the hooking call, now picked up and played, and here goes Winter with the puck, retreats back. Gets the connection here now, goes off a skate. As Neely had fed it back, but it is going to come back into the Distiller zone, played by Rutherford. Rutherford feeds it around to Brancic. Brancic picks up. Brancic on the carry here, loses the puck but keeps it. Just gets in. Leaves the puck drop. Shot stopped off a stick. And it's going to be cleared out by Wright. Down the ice it goes. Rutherford will stop it. A minute left of power play for the Summit City Distillers. Brancic with the puck. Stretch pass was broken up. Does get into the zone and chasing after it on an attempt. Goes in and out, and it is recovered by the Distillers. Neely on the keep over to Wallem. Wallem goes across, connects. A shot, and it comes up. The puck's loose, and it's going to be try to hammer it, but it is somehow awkwardly in the went blocker maybe into glove of Lemieux. So Wright, we see Xander Wright in the penalty box for a cross-check. 2-man advantage for the next 36 seconds for the Distillers. The face-off's going to be Lemieux's glove side. See what they can do here. Face-off one back. Splits the D on a poke there, so the Distillers have got to skate back to pick up. Distillers trying to get it through. Does manage to get it through. Working with it here. Bauer feeds it back. Now the puck's going to be turned over. Back into the zone of Summit City. Now just 4 seconds remaining. Now to just be a 1-man advantage. And it's picked up and cleared on a pass connected to Vandenborn. He's going to look across to Ritchie, and he does. Ritchie back to Vandenborn. Tries to pick the corner and goes high. Now it's going to be picked up. Here we go. Up the ice by the Distillers, bringing it up. Goes over Neely to Hess. Hess is trying to get it going. He is tied up. The puck comes around. Brancic's got to come chase it out. Still a minute 2 on the man advantage here. Brancic drawing in Vandenborn. Vandenborn staying with. And Brancic gets through. Looks for the pass, and he goes in. Tries to get a shot going. Searching for it is Lemieux, but he does manage to cover. Trying to face off Winter versus Lomo. Winter goes to clear and he hits the bench of the Distillers. They'll try it again on the glove side of Lemieux.
Still 39 seconds for the power play, picked up by the Distillers. Pass over to Branson. Gives it to Hess. Hess with a look, goes to the door. It gets rejected. Branson will chase it out. 20-some seconds remaining on the man advantage. Branson gets some pressure from Winter. Goes behind the goal line, and now he's carrying the puck up, now into the neutral zone. Look at his options. He goes to his right on the pass, taking a look. It's going to maybe come back. Tries to come back to him, and it's going to be cleared out by Winter. Neely going back with Hess. Hess will pick up the puck. 3, 2, 1, back to full strength. They are the Royals. Hess tries to go across, but he fanned on it, and it was turned over by Winter, but recovered back by Neely. Neely with it here. Neely goes into the corner, and it's picked up by Cody Hess. Hess feeding back door. Take a look. Bear tries to feed, and he scores! On the feed, Bear picks up the pass from Hess, and he feeds Thomas Neely. Neely pops it in there. So the Royals had a good PK line out there, and they couldn't hang on as the Distillers stayed patient. Found goal number 3 for Summit City. Face off center ice with 1:31 remaining. Clark versus Kucharski on the face-off. It's going to be picked up and played. And it's back and forth now, ends up into the hands of the Royals. Turned back over, trying to go after Kucharski, now going with it now. Distillers with it here on the carry, trying to get something going here. It's going on to the neutral zone. Bear pops it back in. Goes through the stick of Bear, but he comes back on the recovery, back into the Summit City zone. Feeds it to Reichert. Reichert with it here. Reichert on the pass. It's going to be poked out wide. That's going to be picked up and played now on the carry. And the puck's loose up front, and it's still out of reach as Lemieux couldn't get it. Defense popped it out on the attempt there. Bear on the keep. Bear's trying to feed it in. It's going to be picked up by Clark. Clark with it here. Clark looks at the pass. Got it almost spoiled there by Neely, but he does connect over to Wenger, and he dumps it in. 30 seconds remaining here in the second period. Hess picks up. Hess on the carry. Drops it back to Bear. Bear on the stretch, but he connects to Reichert. Reichert going across to Wallem. Try to connect to Lomo, but put a little bit on it. And the puck goes up into the safety netting. Up high. It'll be a no change for the Royals. Xander Wright tried to get rid of it, but the clock's running out. And they will fix it here. The hand control must have stopped there, so stopped working, so they'll try to figure it out here. So the face-off's going to be in the Royal zone. We'll see how much time they saw on the clock. Yeah, they shut the clock off and they got scoreboard off and they try to reset it. All right, correction to 90. I've been calling him Josh Ferrigio, and I have him on the score sheet as Burke. So hopefully we get that right. Just going off the website. All right, so they put 15 seconds back on the clock. Face-off will be in the Royals zone here, I believe, off that attempted backhanded clear that was done by Xander Wright. Let's have taller glass up in Ontario. So nonetheless, we see in the penalty box another power play for the Distillers. Going to be picked up. Vandenborn tries to get rid of it. Brancic trying to hang on to it. It's going to be played up by Ritchie, and the clock will expire. Hess with it here, and he may try to do something, and he launches it down ice. Picked up Vandenborn, and he can't get anything going. So he fires it after the whistles. He picks it up. All right, so a minute 45 of power play action for the Distillers when they come back for the beginning of the third period. I hope you stick around for it. If you're up in Ontario, you're pretty pleased because the Royals are up 5-3 over the Distillers. We have a whole nother period left to go, but they will be down a man. They did have a good PK earlier, but so the shots on goal, Summit City Distillers with 10, two-period total of 19 and 11 for the Ridgetown Royals with a two-period total of 21. So pretty close on the shots, but the goal scoring side is in favor of the Ridgetown Royals. We'll be right back for third period action. You're watching Summit City Distillers here in Fort Wayne. I hope to see you at the beginning of the third period. We'll be right back. right, here we are back in Fort Wayne, getting ready for third period action. 20 minutes on the clock, minute 45 of power play coming for the Distillers. So right off in the first period, it was Thomas Neely who picked up the opening goal for the Summit City Distillers. Got an assist there by Cody Hess and BJ Lomo. It wasn't soon after it was a power play goal. Then it was number 9, Brendan Ritchie, who tied the game up. And he had some help there from Sean Noah, as well as Nolan Vandenborn. But Vandenborn just didn't want to be on the assist side. He picks up the second goal for the Royals. But then it was in the second period. It came out, Cody Hess picks up a goal there, ties it up. And he had some help there on the assist from Alex Arnold. But it was Vandenborn who wanted another goal. He found the back of the net, and he put the one-upper. And he had some help by Eric Winter, as well as Brendan Ritchie. But Winter wants a goal of his own, so he gets one in the second. And he had some help there from Landon Hoskins, who fed him the pass there, putting it in. And they found their 5th goal. And that put on by the Royals as well. And then we finally saw the final goal put in by Thomas Neely. He's sitting on 2, and he had some assistance there as well from Jensen Bear and Cody Hess. So here we go, face-off. As Lomo goes up against Winter in the Royal zone. Branson with a wind-up takes a shot, and it's held by Lemieux, and they'll try it again. On the face-off, comes back from Lomo to Branson. Branson feeds it into the corner. Picked up by Neely. Feeds it across. And Branson has to pick it up into the neutral zone. Winter all over him. Branson hangs on to it. He's battled there with Winter. Takes him back behind the goal line. Winter pushes it up. Hess gets it. And now it's going to be picked up Arnold on a delayed penalty coming up against the Royals. Rutherford to the bench, and it's going to be played, touched up by Brendan Ritchie. So Eric Winter in the penalty box for a hold. Another 2-man advantage. The Royals killed it last time. Let's see now what the Distillers can do. Lomo on the faceoff, feeds it back to Bransick. Bransick with the puck. Gets it over to Neely. Cross to Hess. Hess to Bransick. Back to Hess. Hess trying to feed. Goes over to Neely. Takes a shot. Lemieux on the stop. Lomo right in the paint there. Was stopped from trying to shove it in. Brendan Ritchie puts it in the zone, picked up by Branson. David Branson on the carry. He comes in, still with the puck, drops it behind. Comes up over to Neely. Neely feeding over, back Arnold over to Hess, and it's broken up. And it's going to be picked up, loose puck to Neely. Still 2-man advantage for another 8 seconds. Coming all the way in with a look, trying to feed it in was Arnold. Picked up Ritchie. Ritchie on the clear. Coming out of the box for the first penalty. Still 1:06 on the other. Neely touches up the puck, and they send it all the way down to the Summit City zone on the glove side of Parker Rutherford. Arnold versus Clark on the puck drop. Still 1:03 of man advantage for the Distillers. Referee getting tended to here real quick by the trainer, and now he's ready for action. On the drop, it's going to be picked up by the Distillers. Throwing it back on a pickup here. And trying to get it through, but it is finally picked up. Reichard with it here. Reichard on the carry. Coming in with a shot block. Recovers for it in the corner. It's going to be picked up and sent down ice by Vandenborg. See Reichard and Campbell going into the penalty box, so offsetting. Still power play here for the Distillers. Face off just outside of the defensive zone for Summit City. On the face-off, Distillers come out with it. Brancic on the pickup here. Here he goes on the carry. Goes over to Hess. Hess going in. Hess feeding all the way across, and it's a collision. And a penalty coming on a slash. So Sean Noah getting into a crowded penalty box for the Ridgetown Royals. So another two-man advantage here for the Summit City Distillers. Face-off's going to be Lemieux's glove side. So we see Sean Noah for the cross check here. Lomo drops it back to Branson. Branson over to Neely. Neely taking a look. Taking a shot, goes high over the crossbar. Branson will pick it up into the neutral zone. Branson working on the puck here. It's taken away and cleared. Down ice by Hoskins. Picked up Rutherford. Leaves it for Neely. Neely picks up. Ritchie's going to put the pressure on. And the latest was a slash. Brancic on the pickup here. Tries to get it. Goes off the skate. Recovers. Royals get a hold of it. Neely with it here. Neely with the puck. Trying to feed it around, and it's going to be picked up on the attempted clear. Still hanging on to the puck was right. Ritchie tried to get it. Lomo with it now. Lomo feeds it. Over to Hess. Back to Lomo. Lomo picks up. Goes to the backhand pass in the slot. Picked up. And he scores! Alex Arnold picks up the goal there. It's a power play goal. So 3 power play goals for the Distillers. This one picked up by Alex Arnold. Face off center ice. Kucharski versus Clark on the puck drop. It's going to be picked up by the Distillers. Going after it, trying to hang on to it. Working it was Siebenthaler, just outside of the zone. Now the puck comes in. It's going to be picked up by the Royals. Bear on the intercept. Here he is with the puck coming and gets it over to Wallem. Goes out in front. Battle the loose puck in the corner. Wallem trying to feed it. Goes off the skate. Diener on the keep. Wallem picks up behind the goal line. Switching out of the corner. Wallem gets it back, but it's going to be picked up by the Royals. And it's played by Jeremy Vanderbilt. Pushed off the play. Now going in and trying to get something going. Nice stick play there by Diener to whack the puck away. Trying to feed up front. Now it's going to be picked up with a luck. Taking a shot, but it goes wide. It's off the stick of Wanger. And offsides against the Distillers as they mount a charge, bringing it up the ice. As Grant Siebendahler on the carry. Gets the offside, so they face off just outside of the attacking zone for the Distillers with 5 seconds left of power play. Right in front of the Royals bench. Arnold versus Winter. Win this one back. It's Woods, feeds it across. And off the boards. And Salk held with it here, and he kind of whiffs on it, but he's hanging on to it. Still trying to get it out. And it comes around. Woods on the pickup here. Woods feeds, it's broken up, and it is now carried up. It's a loose puck. Advantage of the Royals. Here comes Winter up the ice. Trying to come across, and he's tied up here. And a penalty coming up against the Distillers on a possible hold. Oh, and a slash on J.D. Woods. Winter versus Lomo, stick side of Rutherford in the Summit City zone. Face-off's going to be won by the Royals. Trying to get it going. Still hanging on to it, the Royals. Put it in the quarterback position back behind the goal line. Set up with a look. And the shot high up off the glass. It's a bouncer. It's in the back of the side of the net. Ritchie couldn't get a hold of it. Strong up the ice. It's hit off the play. The puck's going to still stay in possession of the Royals. Good hit put on by Perry. Winter going into the corner. Brancic going after, trying to spoil his effort. Stays with him. Gets to the puck in time. Gets it through, and here comes David Brancic up the ice. He's got Devin Perry with. Feeds it across, and it's popped in by Perry, and they score! Summit City Distillers come up and pick up a short-hander, and they bring it within one. Devin Perry from David Brancic, as he fought, took the puck away and carried it up past the face-off circle. A nice pass across to Perry. Still a power play for the Royals as they face off center ice. Hess versus Vanderbilt. Comes back and it's played by Hoskins. It goes across. Hess breaks up the pass there. Takes a hit. He's double teamed. Comes all the way down. Played by Lemieux. Feeds it off the boards. Hess going after it. Hess trying to get a hold of it. Now it's going to be picked up and played by Campbell. Campbell feeds it across. Poked away by Bear. Bear tries to send it up. Arnold gets rid of his guy. Slow to get up, and they draw the whistle. So you see Burke slow to get up, kind of favoring his right leg. Trainer's checking him out. Burke is still on the ice in pain here. They're helping him to the bench. He's mostly crawling to the bench. Hopefully he's all right. Face off in the Royals' defensive zone. They go glove side of Lemieux. versus Neely wins the battle there. Picked up, played by Campbell. Campbell on the carry. Campbell the backhand pass off the board. It's going to be picked up and played by Riker. And it's the Royals with it here on the carry. Hoskins on the carry in, and he will go in. Feed the pass, shot, goes around, self clears out, and it goes back to the Royal zone. 10 seconds on the power play for Ridgetown. Here they come up the ice trying to get it going. Campbell on the carry, comes all the way in, and he's tripped off the play. Shot put on Rutherford, still alive as Vandenborn tries to feed it in, and it's shut down by Rutherford. So the penalty side of the score sheet is probably nearly full. Brett Bauer in the penalty box. So we will see face-off down in the Summit City zone, a man down. The Royals want to try to get back to their lead here. On the puck drop, comes back, and it's played. Diener picks up and he connects to Winter. Winter gets a shot, and it's shut down by Rutherford as he's holding the pipes on his right side. Lomo versus Vandenborn. Stick side of Rutherford. It's going to be picked up by Brancic. Brancic working to get it out. Winter takes it away. Tries to feed up front. Hess spoils the effort there, but it's going to be stayed in. Campbell goes across. Comes back to him. Gives it over Vandenborn. It's broken up. Winter there. Gets it back to Vandenborn. Up to Campbell. Campbell feeds it across. Hoskins, he gives it back. Shots loose and covered by Rutherford. Face-off glove side of Rutherford. Timeout Royals. So 12:32 left here in the third, tied up fives. Still a power play for the Royals. They have a minute 30. And we are getting ready for action here. The face-off will be on Rutherford's glove side. Wallem versus Vandenborn. On the face-off, on the stick tied up here, it is going to be picked up by the Royals, kept in. Ritchie feeds it over to Campbell. Campbell feeding it over to Vandenborn. Vandenborn with a shot, it's spoiled by Riker. Picked up Winter. Winter out of the corner, carries. He will drop over to Campbell. Campbell with it here, goes back to Vandenborn. Over to Ritchie. Campbell. Campbell with a windup, takes a shot. It's sticked up into the safety netting, and they'll try this again. Vandenborn getting tied up. Nolan Vandenborn. It's going to be kept in off the stick of Ian Campbell. Now it's picked up. Alex Arnold. Arnold with it here. He goes up on the shorthanded attempt. Takes a shot. In and out of the glove of Lemieux. He's going to go wide. He plays it. Picked up Winter. Brendan Ritchie going. Looking for Jay Ritchie. And he's going for it in the corner, pushed off the play. The puck's loose, picked up Winter. Winter feeds to Nolan. Vandenborg. Ritchie to Ritchie with a shot, and it's shut down by Rutherford. .33 seconds remaining on the power play for the Royals. Face off in the Summit City zone. Kucharski versus Clark on the puck drop. The puck's there for the taking. Try to pop it out, but it's kept in by Wright. Gathered up, played here by Spencer Clark. Clark with it, feeds it back behind. And it is going for it. Wright with a windup, broken up off the stick, momentarily trying to. Nice stop there, put on by Bear. Royals still with the puck here. Might get fed to Wright, we'll see. Still hanging on to it. It's Vardarosa. And it's shut down by Rutherford, and here's some action going on. Spencer Clark and Jensen Bear kind of went at it there. Official sorting this one out. Face-off will go back into the Summit City zone. Possibly, we'll see where this one comes up. It's back into the Royal zone. 5-minute major put on the Royal side. Near the halfway mark, 10:58 remaining in the third, tied up 5s. Still having a discussion here about how many on the ice. All right, here we go on this 5-minute major here. It'll be 5-on-4. All right, here we go. On the face-off, Lomo wins it back. Neely feeds it across to Hess. Back to Neely with a shot, in and out. It comes off the blocker of Lemieux. Picked up by Lomo. Lomo with the puck. And here we go with a look here. Arnold with a shot, and it comes out. Arnold picks up. Feeds it over to Brancic. Brancic coming in. Takes a shot high off the glass. Hess going after it. Keeps it in. Hess trying to hang on to it, but goes out into the neutral. It's going to be picked up by the Royals, and they're still working it. As Winter fed it back to Wright. Wright launches it down ice. Rutherford on the stop. Brancic picks up. Brancic on the carry here now. He gets in. Coming all the way in. Sets back up. Takes a shot. And it's stopped by Owen Lemieux. Drop back to Brancic. Brancic trying to get a hold of it, and it's picked up by Nolan Vanderbilt. Snagged out of the air by Rutherford. Leaves it back for Hess. Hess on the carry now. Hess with a shot. Another stop by Lemieux. Lemieux searching for it. He does the spin cycle, and he hangs on to it. Royals bench is upset with the collision with Hess and Nolan Vandenborn. The official was back to see, and he's saying, I didn't see anything. So still 3:43 on the power play for the Distillers. Face off in the Royal zone from that scary stop put on there by Owen Lemieux. First time they're seeing him here with Ridgetown. Off the puck drop. It's going to be won by the Royals. They pick up. Try to clear it, but it goes off the stick on a tip from Campbell, and they will try it again. Face-off outside of the Royals' defensive zone. Siebenthaler going up against Vandenborn. On the drop, Vandenborn trying to get a hold of it. And now it's going to be picked up and played by the Distillers, dumped in the zone. Royals trying to get it out, Vandenborn, but it's going to be kept in. On a dive there, good play there. Off the hands of Hoskins. It gets set down ice. On the carry now. Brought up by Hess. Hess with it. Takes a shot. And it's covered by Lemieux. Face-off stick side of Owen Lemieux. Wanger wins it back. Right, trying to hang on to it. And it's going to be picked up. Oh, tied up by the linesman. Fed back to Brancic. Brancic with a look. Tries to feed it off the boards. Trying to pick up Lomo. Hess will pick up now. Hess with it. Goes over to Brancic. Brancic on the windup. And he connects to Lemieux. Trying to feed it back. Going back. And it's going to be on the reach to Hess. Hess hanging on to it over to Brancic. Brancic, Barrett Russell on him. Taking a shot and sitting there for the taking, and they score! BJ Lomo leading the way. They just got closer and closer to the net. They found the back of it as Lemieux committed to the pipes on the right side. Got it stuffed in. It's a power play goal. Face-off will go center ice. 2:27 still on the man advantage for the Distillers. 6-5 favor of Summit City. Face-off's going to come back to the Distillers with it here. Neely on the carry. He connects to Ritchie. Now working on it. Ritchie picks up and he's going down the ice. Neely goes with. Broken up. Now played. And it's going to be back to Winter. Winter picks up now. And a penalty coming up against the Distillers. And that'll almost be even Steven as they have 2:09. Well, the penalty on Winter on a hook. So a two-man advantage. I thought it was coming against the whistle blew in possession of the Distillers. So they must have touched up on it. So a two-man advantage for full 2 minutes and 9 seconds on the major. And 2 minutes here So that's the only one that could clear. Lomo going against Ritchie, drops it back to Brancic. Brancic with the puck here. Takes a shot! Pad save by Lemieux. Picked up by Hess. Hess trying to feed it over to Brancic, and he connects. Back to Hess with a wind-up. Shot! Save! Now it's going to be picked up and cleared by Ritchie. Didn't put a lot on it. Rutherford coming all the way up to play it. Feeds it to Brancic. Working on the hooking call here. Brancic on the carry. Feeds it back. Goes to Arnold. Arnold with it here. Arnold feeds. Takes a shot. Couldn't get it going. It's Hess. He recovers the puck, however. Hess with it now. Hess feeds back to Brancic. Brancic comes in. Arnold with a shot! And Lemieux with the save. Not since the opening goal scored by the Distillers have they finally taken the lead. The answer from the Royals put them up quite a bit, but off the face-off, picked up by Ridgetown. They clear it, played by Rutherford, up to Bear. Jensen Bear on the carry. Bear coming up, leaves the puck back. Oh, just goes to the feet, Simonella. Shot by Perry. It's blocked, but recovered. Ehrman with a look, taking a shot. Goes off the boards. Back to Bear. Bear feeds back. Salka. Bear. Goes back. To Bauer. Bauer with it here. Bear. Goes to Ehrman. Ehrman feeds to Bear. Bear looking across, trying to pop it in was Perry. Still working on a stop by Lemieux. Held on. Perry with it, trying to feed. Bear trying to go. Ehrman with a shot, stopped by Lemieux. Oh, and it just goes through the stick, comes back. Rutherford all the way up, feeds it up the ice. And it's picked up by Bauer. Bauer feeds it across, picked up Neely, back to Hess. Hess trying to get something going here. Back, and he tries to stuff it in the corner there, was Neely. Bauer goes across over to Hess. Brancic wanted to wind up, but the one penalty has cleared out. Shot was deflected by Vardarosa. Neely will pick it up behind, goes against right. It's going to be poked by Winter, but kept alive. Now the penalties have cleared that back to full strength for both teams. Hess is disposed of. He's hopping up slow. It's going to be picked up, played by Winter. Goes down ice. Rutherford's going to play this one, and he feeds it over to Brancic, but goes out of reach of Brancic. Winter coming up. Brancic gets underneath, trying to get a hold of it, and he does. Brancic over to Hess. Hess with it, feeds it over. Picked up Arnold. Arnold trying to get it through, stopped by Winter. Back into the Summit City zone. Hess is going after it. Clark in tow. Here we go. Distillers with it here. On the drop. It's picked up Ehrman. Ehrman feeds it up on the boards. On the poke. And too many men call coming. So Armsby serving the penalty in the box for the Distillers. Summit City up by 1. Lomo versus Vandenborn in Summit City zone. Stick side of Parker Rutherford. And on the puck drop, Lomo wants it back, but trying to get a hold of it is Diener. Working with it now, Winter. Looking to Vandenborn. Vandenborn will go up. Does he connect to Hoskins? Back to Vandenborn. Over to Ritchie. Ritchie. Back to Hoskins. Hoskins trying to feed to Vandenborn. He'll pick it up on the corner as it gets deflected. Picked up Hoskins. Hoskins with the shot off the boards. Trying to connect to Winter. Winter manages to get it back to Ritchie over to Hoskins. Hoskins with a look, but it's blocked by Lomo. Goes across. Ritchie with it here, he winds, feeds to Winter. Winter trying to go into stuff. No doing as Parker shut him down. Rutherford on a good stop. Picked up Ritchie from Hoskins. Taking a look, trying to get it, could not connect. As the pass from Jay Ritchie could not get. Now it's Perry trying to go, but it's going to be poked by Hoskins. Picked up by Jay Ritchie with it now. Looking to feed across. Connects to Brendan Ritchie on a shot, save, and it's picked up and cleared down ice. 52 seconds on the man advantage for the Royals. Lemieux comes back to pick up. Hoskins with the carry now from goal line. Hoskins on the pass. Vardarosa just out of reach. Picked up by Reichert. Reichert feeds it around. Bear trying to go after it. Connects with Ritchie. Weiscover with it here. He's trying to feed it up, and he does. Gets it up. Shot, and they score. Ian Campbell picks up the pass there, and he finds the back of the net on a power play goal, and they tie it up with 3:35 remaining. Meanwhile, Vandenborn is slow to get up here. Nolan Vandenborn. Reichert showed the door. He's off. Dallas Reichert. Pretty even matched up teams, a lot of scoring on power plays here, so you got to stay out of the box for tomorrow's game. Remember, 10:30 a.m. puck drop here in Fort Wayne. 5-minute major put on the board here. With 3:35 remaining, here's a chance for the Royals to try to pick it up here as they will carry this penalty all the way through the end of the third period. All right, we're ready for face-off center ice, and it's won by the Royals. Santa Vandenborn stolen away from Brancic. Brancic feeds it, and it's going to be broken up. 2-on-1 coming up now. Vandenborn looking, wanted to go across, broken up by Bear. Now it's picked up. Vandenborn trying to stuff it in. Parker holding wide. Be picked up. Brancic turnaround, picks it up, chops it. Ritchie keeps it in the zone. Now it's kept in by Winter. Winter with the puck here. Now it's going to be picked up. 1-on-2 coming up. Thomas Neely coming all the way in, trying to stuff it across. He's going to pick up his own attempt. Hess with it now. Hess wants to go up to Bear. Hess with it. Feeds it to Neely. Looking for it. Still battling with it, and it's finally blown dead here as Lemieux has it somewhere. Vardarosa versus Lomo. Lomo on the drop trying to get it through the feet, and it's still tied up. It's going to be picked up by the Royals. Ridgetown bringing it in. Taking a shot. It's a hopper. hits the safety netting, and they'll try this again, this time on the glove side of Parker Rutherford. 2:40 remaining here in the third, tied up 6. Man advantage for the Royals with a face-off in the attacking zone. Lomo versus Vardarosa picked up Ehrman. Ehrman with it here. He's double teamed. Vardarosa getting a hold of it here. Lomo tying him up. Picked up by Ehrman. Feeds it back, and it's going to be played. Campbell picks up from Hoskins. Weisgerber with it here. Weisgerber with it. Gets it broken up. Perry gets a hold of it. Sends it down ice. Hoskins goes after it. Perry all over him. Feeds it across. Weisgerber feeds it over to Campbell. Campbell gets it in. Vardarosa with it here. Tries to get the connection there to Jay Ritchie. Goes in and out of his stick. Picked up Diener. Diener wraps it around. And it's going to stand by Campbell. Over to Hoskins. Hoskins with a look off the boards. Picked up with a shot and a save by Parker Rutherford from the attempt. Vardarosa. At the 2-minute warning mark here. Neely versus Vandenborn on the face-off, glove side of Rutherford. On the drop, goes back, played by Brancic for the Distillers. David Brancic on the puck carry here. David coming in. Brancic feeds it, goes over to Neely, trying to connect over to Arnold, but broken up by Winter. Winter trying to hang on to it. Arnold's trying to go after it. He's got a hold of it, trying to give it up to Neely. It's going to be picked up and played out. Now it's played. It's 2-on-1, but it is Vandenborn trying to get something out. He's going to connect to Winter. Goes through his glove. Now working on it here. Arnold trying to work on Winter. Arnold going after Winter. Feeds it around the corner over to Nolan Vandenborn. Vandenborn throws it back. Connects to Winter. Winter looking. Gives it up to Brendan Ritchie. Over to Campbell. Campbell with the puck. Still power play for the Royals. Winter all the way up, taking a look. And he turns it over to Brancic. Brancic with it here. 1:10 left in the third period. Branson on the carry. Branson coming all the way up, trying to stuff it in, and the net's off. Originally slid it in the paint there, and it was played by Lemieux. The net was dislodged. 1 minute left in the third period. Face-off's going to be won by Lomo. Shot by Diener. Picked up by the Royals on the pass. Weisgarten goes into the boards. Diener trying to push it out. It's going to be kept in. Vardarosa. Bear picks up from behind. Gets the pass across. Over to Lomo. Hess will chase it out. Emil lets it go. Hess may come out. No, good play. As Landon Hoskins was going down, he still managed to play the puck. With a shot coming in the glove, held on by Parker Rutherford from the attempt by Sean Noah. With 23.8 seconds left in the third. Winter versus Arnold. It's going to be kept in by Hoskins, maybe. And he does connect to Vandenborn. Vandenborn's tied up along the boards with Branson. On the pass over to Brendan Ritchie. Goes outside, or goes a little out wide. Here's a chance now. And it goes off the netting there on the attempt to clear it down by Thomas Neely. Faceoff will stay in the Distillers zone. 8.7 seconds left here in the third period. Still sitting on 6s on the tie-up. There goes the beer behind just collapsed. Looked like they were building a Stanley Cup back there and out of the beer cans, and that just fell. All right, so here we go. On the face-off, the puck's still sitting for the taking. It's going to be picked up. Vandenborn tried to get something going there. Trying to shove it in the corner. Brendan Ritchie with it. Shoves it in, and that will do it for the period. And we'll have bonus coverage here. All right, so let's see what they come up with here. 7 minutes in the third period. Two-man advantage. So going into fourth period here, Royals have a pretty good chance here. And Lemieux is grabbing his water. Be interesting to see two goalies in one net. Now they figured it out. So 5-on-3 set up for the bonus coverage here, all in favor of the Royals. Lomo versus Winter. Puck's going to be picked up, played by the Ridgetown Royals. Picked up Brendan Ritchie coming in. Ritchie drops back to Vandenborn. Vandenborn looking. Tries to go to Brendan Ritchie. Lomo's trying to slow him down here. Now it's going to be picked up Winter. Winter's getting tied up well by Brancic. Now it's going to be fed back to Jay Ritchie. Drops Vandenborn. Brendan Ritchie with a look. And he scores. And that'll do it. Somehow I saw there laying on the ice was Eric Winter, but he sure hopped up and is healed after the win there. So it only took 31 seconds into the fourth period, but they had a two-man advantage. So the Royals come out victorious over the Summit City Distillers. We'll see them back here tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. So expect to see a very good game there. It'll be a morning game. We'll see who are the morning players. That's where it all started when all these guys were young men back in their early days. You start out playing hockey early in the morning. So we'll see how this one plays out tomorrow. So the Summit City Distillers give up a heartbreaker here as they just ended up in the box a little too much. And they gave the Royals a good chance. We'll see how they play tomorrow. So make sure you tune in. For all of us here in Fort Wayne, we thank you for tuning in and watching. And tomorrow on YouTube Live, we'll see how the Summit City Distillers rebound in the next game. So for all of us here, make sure wherever you go tonight, you drive safe. Someone out there loves you. That's it, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.